Hello, hello. This is Kim Wade from Inner Gaze. If you are new to this channel, welcome. May this work be as deep of a benefit to you as it is and was to me. And if you are coming back, welcome back. I love that you're here. As always, if you're liking these pondering videos and there's something that you really like, hit the like button. That way you can let me know that this is the kind of stuff you really want me to ponder, things that you're interested in. If you really, really like it, please be sure to send it to a friend. One of the greatest gifts that we can give people is this idea of self-care and personal development. It's not a casserole that gets eaten. It's not a candle that sort of dwindles out. This is a lifetime of learning that can radically transform the way that we feel in our lives. What better gift is that? And if you really are loving it all, go ahead and hit the subscribe button on the channel. That way you'll get notified as soon as these videos come out and you can ponder almost in real time with me. Okay. So today's ponder is the idea we're still working with decluttering the whole month of October. What's fall, right? The leaves are shedding, things are being let go of. We're returning to school, some of the kids, and we're really using this time to shed so that when we go into the winter, right? We go into our hibernation and we start to really build so that by the time the spring comes, we're ready to spring. So this is all moving with the systems and the seasons. Remember, yoga and Ayurveda, all it is aligning with nature, right? It's when we try to resist nature. We try to stay up past, 10:30. We start to sleep in past the sun rays. We start to move against nature that causes a lot of this sort of buildup in our lives. So when we align with nature, and we move as the animals do, right? We are feeling more in our flow. So that's what we're talking about is the idea of fall and letting go and shedding and decluttering, decaying, dying, releasing. So that's what we're talking about in the inner circle. I had suggested the last couple of ponders is that we can do this not just in our home, right? Not just in the energy around our physical body, our physical home, but also in our physical body. We can also do it in our mental body. We can also do it in our emotional body. We could do it in our relationships that aren't serving us, whether it's relationships, the way we view our relationships, or literally the friendships that drive us to feeling negative or sabotaging behaviors like over drinking, smoking, that party mode that we are outgrowing. Okay. All right, so here we are. We're diving into it today. Now, one of the things I am noticing as I am pondering with some of my inner circle groups, as well as my private clients, is this idea of resisting right off the bat, right off the bat. And I'm going to tell you one of the things that we're working on, and I want you to notice if you resist it right off the bat. Okay, so what is resistance? Resistance is a way of sort of already automatically ignoring, denying, rejecting something, right? We already have our guards up. Why do we have our guards up? It's protection. It's ways that we've built that worked for us in the past that no longer serve us. We don't have to say it's bad or, it's worse or anything like that. It's just a way that we've been coping that we no longer want to use anymore. Why? Because if we are blocking things that are coming in that are new, we stay the same. We stay the same. We hold on to the leaves. We hold on to the junk. We hold on to the clutter that we don't even like. In our inner circle, we talked about useful, right? Something that is useful is not junk. Something that is we enjoy having is not junk. But when we hold on to things that are not useful, that are not functional, we are holding on to something that's going to cause us what? That feeling of heavy, that feeling of stagnation. So in the 12-step program, we talk about look for the similarities, not the differences. When you think about ideas that are coming in, whether it's political views or whether it's religious views, keeping your mind open, right? Keeping your mind open. Everyone has their own path to truth. Doesn't have to be yours, but everybody's bringing something in for you. And so when you stay open, like really open to receive it, that's the way we till the soil. That's the way that we start to change. That's the way we start to grow. So watch yourself if you're constantly blocking. And I wore my Muhammad Ali shirt today because, right, he was a boxer, an amazing boxer, a huge hero to me. But the idea of, am I always on the defense here? Am I always on the defense? Byron Katie would say defense is the first act of war. right? If I say to you, hey, I don't like the way you handled the conversation last night, that's not the act of war, me bringing it up. You're going, what do you mean? That's the first act of war, that defense. So watch your defensiveness, okay? Watch that defensiveness. All right. So I told you I was going to ponder and I wanted you to watch your resistance. This is a fun ponder, I think. Okay. So one of the things we're working on in the inner circle, as I said, is decluttering physically, mentally, and emotionally. I've given the challenge to my pondering group and to my inner circle group about watching your thoughts. And if you're interested in learning more, I'll put the video here about what is clutter in the mind and what is clutter in the body, and you can go watch that. But what I'm talking about today is if you feel like you've got that going and you're kicking along and you're moving in a really nice direction where you're flowing and you're moving in that forward momentum, let's start doing a little bit of a 10-second tidy. How did you feel when I said 10-second tidy? 10 seconds. That's not anything. That's not going to get anything done, right? Watch yourself here. Okay. So the 10-second tidy is a tool that I've been using with my children since they were little bitty. I got it from a TV show that they used to watch, The Big Comfy Couch, I was reminded of. And she would, at the end of the episode, jump off her comfy couch and she would 10-second tidy up the room. And that was the end of the episode. So we called it the 10-second tidy. But because I outsmarted my children, I set the timer for 15 minutes. I know. So the 15-minute is the cluttering task, right? So did you feel like that is sort of like, that's not going to get me anything. I can't get the closet done in 15 minutes. Watch yourself in this ponder. Okay. Really watch that blocking. Okay. So what we do, and rarely do my students actually do this. Some of them do, and then they're like, I got it. But some of you resist it. But I promise you, it's miracles will happen. You set the timer 15 minutes. 15 minutes. You set that timer, okay? And you zoom. You zoom and do the clutter release. You can pick up 25 things that are, that need to be thrown in the trash. You could take 15 minutes and just take all the dishes in the kids' rooms and and take it all and load the dishwasher. You could take out the recycling and the garbage can. You could dust. You could clean off a shelf. You could clean out whatever, right? Only 15 minutes though. Only. So when that 15-minute timer goes off, you're done. You are done. Doesn't matter if there's stuff left to do. Now, why? Why are we talking about this? Because when we think about decluttering, when we think about like moving through some of the stuck and heavy mail piles or clean out the fridge, I'm with you on that one. These things that are really heavy, it feels like, oh, it's so much. I don't have the time. I've got to carve out the whole weekend to get those leaves bagged up. I've got, it's just so, that is the reason that we don't do it, because of that thinking. It's too much. I'm too busy. I don't have the time. And that's what I'm trying to focus on here, is cleaning that up. So you set the timer for 15 minutes. You're going to do this 10-second tidy for 15 minutes. And you're going to do all that you can, zoom. When the timer goes off, you're done. That way you're training yourself that I can knock this bathroom out in no time at all. Right? I can actually, one of the stories I tell in the inner circle is I really don't like doing the dishes. I really, really don't like doing the dishes. It seems like such a big hassle. And then last year or the year before, I was like, I wonder how long it would take me to do those dishes, because I've been dreading, like, I got to do all those dishes. And how long? 8 minutes, right? 8 minutes to load the dishwasher and to tidy up the kitchen, right? All day. Ponder, oh, I gotta cook and I gotta do the dish, but 8 minutes, boom. So it's a fun little challenge for you. Check in, see what you can do. 15 minutes, knock it out and be done. Now, here's one question I know that the resistance is. What if I empty the entire closet and 15 minutes is up and now I've got all that sitting on the bed and I'm not done? That's the thoughts I'm talking about. So when we think about a 15-minute timer, the 10-second tidy, the 15-minute timer, I'm only doing one bookshelf, right? I'm only doing 10 hangers. I don't have to take it all and make it this big, hairy deal. It is 15 minutes, 7.5 minutes to take out, 7.5 minutes to put in. You will train yourself to do this. And this is one of the lightest ways to keep yourself in a flow where you're not getting heavy and stuck. 15 minutes, you could knock out some abs and some arms, right? You could do some of your PT work. You could do some meditation and breath work and then have the goal of I meditate every day knocked out, right? Knocked out in 15 minutes a day. So decide what you're going to declutter. In the inner circle, they're cleaning out their car this week. Okay. So for 15 minutes, clean out the car, clean out the glove compartment, clean out the back of the thing, go take it to the vacuum, car wash and vacuum it out. Whatever you want to do, that's our quick 10-second tidy, or a bookshelf, or, something in the attic, one box, right? And not getting stuck, not getting defensive, not getting resistant. I can't do it. It's too much. Watch that thought. Okay. That's the decluttering, really, that mental stuff. Okay. As always, may this work be of deep benefit to you. Yoga for Inner Work is going to be dropping on my website soon. You can go to innergazeyoga.com and check it out this Sunday. If you're in the future, it's probably already there. And you can learn about what is yoga off the mat. How does this yoga work? How do you become self-realized by doing triangle pose, right? That's what we're talking about. All right, deep bow. So much love. Again, I do love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I'm talking to the person who's listening to me right now. I mean you. Even without knowing you, even without seeing you in a while, I love you. Turning on that love, turning it on. And I hope that you're lighting up, and then you can go turn it on too. Deep bows. I'll see you next time.